Hello and welcome back, everybody. I watch the videos back sometimes and I get self-conscious about the level of my voice now. So I've been working on projecting my voice. So that's what we're doing. I don't know if I did this. I got a 5-year pin. Yay. So now I've worked with my company for 5 years. Very proud to say that. I do enjoy working for Price Chopper. And what were the Israelites up to? I remember they wanted a king, right? So in 8, when Israel is demanding a king, basically Samuel is like, if you want a king, they're going to use everything that you have. And I keep making connections to the New Testament because they're there. But like, Saul is the king. Saul in the New Testament, somebody who persecuted the Christians at the time, right? He was used in the same fashion, right? I mean, we'll read to see how accurate that is, but that's my hypothesis. So we'll see. I don't know. What else? I've been trying to take care of myself. People keep telling me I look tired. So I'm going to take tonight and we're going to relax. And then I have tomorrow off. So it'll be alright. We're going to have a good night. We're going to start it out this way. Saul chosen to be king. Chapter 9. There was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Aphiah, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power. And he had a choice and a handsome son whose name was Saul. There was not a more handsome person than he among the children of Israel. From his shoulders upward, he was taller than any of the people. So he's a very prominent man, literally and figuratively, I guess, by proxy of his father in one aspect, and then towering over the people in another aspect, I guess, which is, I'm 6 foot tall, and I'm very thankful that I made it to 6 feet tall. Because I'm like tall enough to help most short people with things. Not as quite. My father was, or still is, subject to his aging, shrinking him. He was like 6'9", 6'8". So he's really tall. And then I think sometimes I don't think about how like short people are because of what I grew up with. But who knows? You figure it out. But yeah, not a lot of people are above that. All right, where was I? Now the donkeys of Kish, Saul's father. Is that a joke? Please tell me that's a joke. Okay, so his father was a bunch of jackasses, is what I'm reading. Hey, that's what's written. They were lost, though. Who knows? They're donkeys. And Kish said to his son Saul, "Please take one of the servants with you. Arise and go look for the donkeys." I don't know. That's the punctuation. If you're reading along, you may understand, you might not. But that's what it sounds like. So he passed through the mountains of Ephraim and through the land of Shalisha, but they did not find them. Then they passed through the land of Shalem, and they were not there. Then he passed through the land of the Benjamites, but they did not find them. When they had come to the land of Zup, Saul said to his servant, who was with him, "Come, let us return, lest my father cease caring about the donkeys and become worried about us." And he said to him, "Look now, there is in a city a man of God, and he is a honorable man. All that he says surely comes to pass. So let us go there. Perhaps he can show us the way that we should go." Okay. I hate to say this, but this is no different than like going to a fortune teller. In a way, you know. You should probably just ask God, right? "Please, God, show me where." But they didn't do that. Right? That's what David was doing, I think. Okay. Then Saul said to his servant, "But look, if we go, what shall we bring the man? For the bread in our vessels is all gone, and there is no present to bring to the man of God. What do we have?" I don't think these people understand God very well. But maybe that's naive of me to say because I wasn't alive back then. I don't know. But it seems to be like God just kind of told you to show up and it was already worked out. What do you mean? Why are you worried about that? You shouldn't be worried about that, Saul. You know? First of all, you're a king. You say, "Yeah, my dad will pay you back," first of all. Not to sound like an entitled child, but like, how is that not? You can't do that? Your father's a very powerful man, correct? And your jackass of a father, your grandfather, he's lost right now. So they're trying to find them. And the servant answered Saul again and said, "Look, I have here at hand 1/4 of a shekel of silver." Wow. Okay. "I will give that to the man of God to tell us our way." Problematic thinking right here. I'm not. Right? It is problematic. That's the type of thinking that Paul was encountering in like Ephesus and places like that, right? To where they literally thought differently. But like, go ask people then. Just go ask people. "Hey, have you seen a herd of donkeys?" Formerly in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, he spoke thus: "Come, let us go to the seer, for he who is now called a prophet was formerly called a seer." I was right. Okay. Then Then Saul said to his servant, "Well said. Come, let us go." So they went to the city where the man of God was. As they went up the hill to the city, they met some young women going out to draw water and said to them, "Is the seer here?" Oh, that was something they added afterwards. Wow. That seems altered. It does. A little bit, right? Well, to provide the context that, yeah, they still would have had those beliefs. And this was. Where are they? Is it a tribe of. Well, like when Paul goes into Ephesus, right? He goes to like a jeweler. Or a jeweler gets mad because he says that you can't make statues of Diana. And he's like, "Screw you, dude. This is how I make my money." And which is not a godly thought, right? You should. This is what I said was just make something different, right? Just make jewelry at that point. You're a silversmith, you know. But maybe that's what they're trying to do. Just replace it, I think. Um, yeah, you'd be making like stuff for the tabernacle as a silversmith, I think. And so the young women are there drawing water. And they answered them and said, "Yes, there he is, just ahead of you. Hurry now, for today he came to this city, because there is a sacrifice of the people today on the high place." Excuse me? What? Okay. I think. I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep reading. "As soon as you come into the city, you will surely find him before he goes up to the high place to eat. For the people will not eat until he comes, because he must bless the sacrifice. Afterward, those who are invited will eat. Now therefore go up, for about this time you will find him." You know, I do call myself naive sometimes, but like, this kind of sounds like Saul's about to get sacrificed. You know? I'd be getting a little bit hesitant at this point. I'd be like, you know, maybe we'll just go check the valley. You know? Maybe we don't need to go ask this man of God for whatever, right? I'm a visitor. But who knows? We just go around and be like, oh, that's never going to happen. Well, you don't know, right? And he's got to do it today, and you just showed up, and they're like, people are waiting, hungry. You're it, buddy. Damn. So they went up to the city. As they were coming into the city, there was Samuel coming out toward them on his way up to the high place. Oh, Samuel's not going to sacrifice them. I don't know. But now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear the day before Saul came, saying, "What are people talking about? Or am I going insane? What is happening? Somebody in this city that Samuel was priest over said that they were making it. They weren't sacrificing people, John. You're an idiot." That's what it sounded like, though. Let me reread it. There he is, just ahead of you. Hurry enough. Then Saul said to his servant, "But look, if we go, what shall we bring to my what? Oh, right. For today he came to the city because there is a sacrifice of the people today on the high place." They just need to. I'm also assuming in these times that like people are still sacrificing people, and that was more of a Mayan thing, but not to say that like at the end of the day, right? The witch hunts that have occurred literally in America, right? Stuff like that. That's you just kind of sacrificing people then, because things aren't going well. Um, who knows? Coming out toward them. Now the Lord, right? So, again, why would you think that you had to offer him anything? God told it. He knew. You didn't have to give him anything. So I was right about that. Okay. Tomorrow at this time I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin, and you shall anoint him commander over my people Israel. So, using maybe people like this. I mean, I guess, right? And God just put him in the position. Wow. That's a plan right there, though. My people Israel. But that's his mind. No, that was his servant's mind. Hurry now. Those people. I'll just keep reading. So when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said to him, "Oh, sorry. You shall anoint him commander over my people Israel, that he may serve my people from the hand of the Philistines, for I have looked upon my people because their cry has come to me." So when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said to him, "There he is, the man of whom I spoke to you. This one shall reign over my people." Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, Please tell me, where is the seer's house?" Samuel answered Saul and said, "I am the seer. Go up before me to the high place, for you shall eat with me today, and tomorrow I will let you go, and will tell you all that is in your heart. But as for your donkeys that were lost 3 days ago, do not be anxious about them, for they have been found. And on whom is all the desire of Israel? Is it not on you and all your father's house?" Wow, I was being a jackass. Imagine sending your son out to go look for some donkeys, and he comes back, and this dude's king. He said, first of all, "Why you been gone a day?" Right? When he comes back to the house. And he's like, "Dad, respectfully, please, I'm king now. Watch how you talk to me. Show some respect." That'd be some wild. So when Samuel was, I guess, right? I don't know. That does kind of show, like, what are you seeing? God? That was Moses. I don't think God showed up after Moses. Samuel answered Saul and said, And Saul answered and said, "Am I not a Benjamite, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel, and my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Why then do you speak like this to me?" He said, "What you want me to do?" And Saul answered and said, Now Samuel took Saul and his servant and brought them into the hall, and had them sit in the place of honor among those who were invited. There were about 30 persons. And Saul said to the cook, "Bring out the best grub, dude. Bring the portion which I gave you, of which I said to you, set it apart." What's in it? So the cook took up the thigh with its upper part and set it before Saul. And Samuel said, "Here it is, what was kept back. It was set apart for you. Eat. For until this time it has been kept for you, since I have invited the people." So Saul ate with Samuel that day. When they had come down from the high place into the city, Samuel spoke with Saul on the top of the house. They arose early, and it was about the dawning of the day that Samuel called to Saul on the top of the house, saying, "Get up, that I may send you on your way." And Saul arose, and both of them went outside, he and Samuel. As they were going down to the outskirts of the city, Samuel said to Saul, "Tell your servant to go on ahead of us." And he went on. "But you stand here a while, that I may announce to you the word of God." Then Samuel took a flask of oil and poured it on his head and kissed him and said, "That's Jesus, dude. That's Jesus." The same thing happened to Jesus when he was anointed by, I think her name was Mary. And said, "Is it not because the Lord has anointed you commander over his inheritance?" And then Saul said, "What?" "When you have departed from me today, you will find 2 men by Rachel's tomb in the territory of Benjamin at Zelzah. And they will say to you, 'The donkeys which you went to look for have been found, and now your father has ceased caring about the donkeys and is worrying about you.'" Oh, that's nice. "Saying, 'What shall I do about my son? He gone missing.' Then you shall go on forward from there and come to the terebinth tree of Tabor. There 3 men going up to God at Bethel will meet you, one carrying 3 young goats, and another carrying 3 loaves of bread, and another carrying a skin of wine. And they will greet you and give you 2 loaves of bread, which you shall receive from their hands. And after that you shall come to the hill of God where the Philistine garrison is, and it will happen, when you have come there to the city, that you will meet a group of prophets coming down from the high place with the stringed instrument, a stringed instrument, a tambourine, a flute, a harp before them, and they will be prophesying." I think it would be funny if a mariachi band were there. I would much prefer that. Not saying that this isn't good as well. Having a tambourine in its own right is unique, you know? Not seeing a lot of those flying around every day. It's a real niche instrument right there. So that's going to be the sign. "Then the Spirit of the Lord will come upon you, and you will prophesy with them and be turned into another man." This is Saul. Oh my goodness, dude. I know it's not exact, but this is exactly what happened to Saul in the New Testament, dude. "And let it be, when these signs come to you, that you do as the occasion demands, for God is with you." He said, "Jive with it, brother. Get down with it. Get jiggy." He's telling you to dance on the dance floor. We gonna find out. It might not be that lighthearted. "You shall go down before me to Gilgal, and surely I will come down to you to offer burnt offerings and make sacrifices of peace offerings. 7 days you shall wait till I come to you and show you what you should do." So it was when he had turned his back to go from Samuel that God gave him another heart. He said, "Give me that." He said, "Scorpion, get over here." Gave him a new one. It's what the lion wanted in The Wizard of Oz. "I need a new heart." He gave the man some courage. Oh, wow. That's some symbolism right there, you know? And it happened when... Oh, where was I, dude? I do this all the time. I just lose my place. And so it was when he had turned his back to go from Samuel that God gave him another heart. And all those signs came to pass that day. Oh, everything you just said. Okay. "When they came there to the hill, there was a group of prophets to meet him. Then the Spirit of God came upon him and prophesied among them. And it happened when all who knew him formerly saw that he indeed prophesied among the prophets, that the people said to one another, 'What is this that has come upon the son of Kish? Is Saul also among the prophets?' Then a man from there answered and said, 'But who is their father?' Therefore it became a proverb, 'Is Saul also among the prophets?'" I do think that it's very important to realize that, like, God has this plan, and, like, things like this need to occur because, like, you can't just. If you put a king up there, right, that doesn't have any right to be there, he's gonna get kicked around, you know? People are gonna mistreat him at the end of the day. So you gotta give him some divine right. And with the people, so they know, so they're not acting up, literally. Like, there's there's probably a revolution in the Republic of Congo, right, every 5 years, or whatever happened in, like, Haiti, and there's revolutions, coups, right, that happen all the time. Not here. Oh, that's what it was. I saw this in a Boy video, but the Australian government in, like, the 1980s, I think. I'm about to double check, but in some year, the U.S. government overthrew the Australian government because the new leader didn't want to, like, listen, and there's a bunch of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. He explains it much better in the video, but I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, they overthrew the government, and if you have a king, right, that's not ready, there's no way to defend against that. And right, the Philistines come in, take everything. They took down the entire kingdom. You heard? They stole the Ark of the Covenant. You heard? So you need some protection. Then a man from there answered and said, "But who is their father?" Therefore it became a proverb. And when he had finished prophesying, he went to the high place. Then Saul's uncle said to him and his servant, "Where did you go?" So he said, "On my quest to become king." No. So he said, "To look for the donkeys, dude." What do you mean? When we saw that they were nowhere to be found, we went to Samuel. You did. That's not what she said, though. And Saul's uncle said, "Tell me, please, what Samuel said to you." So Saul said to his uncle, "He told us plainly that the donkeys had been found, but about the matter of the kingdom, he did not tell him what Samuel had said." Kept it secret. I probably do the same thing. Then Samuel called the people together to the Lord at Mizpah and said to the children of Israel, "Thus says the Lord, God of Israel, I brought up Israel out of Egypt and delivered you from the hand of the Egyptians and from the hand of all the kingdoms and from those who oppressed you. But you have today rejected your God by needing a king, you lily lubbers, who himself saved you from all your adversaries and your tribulations. And you have said to him, 'Nope, I don't want any of that freedom. Make somebody else do it, because I'm lazy.'" That's more or less, right? "Now, therefore, present yourselves before the Lord by your tribes and by your clans." And when Samuel had caused all the tribes of Israel to come near, the tribe of Benjamin was chosen. When he had caused the tribe of Benjamin to come near by their families, the family of Matri was chosen. And Saul, the son of Kish, was chosen. But when they sought him, he could not be found. I never read this, but I wasn't expecting this. If he doesn't get parachuted in from the future, I'm going to be mad. I'll be pissed. And I'm already pissed knowing that, like, that does not happen. And if it does, I'm going to lose my shit. Oh, God, no. Therefore they inquired to the Lord further, has the man come here yet? And the Lord answered, there he is, hidden among the equipment. You telling me he's in the broom closet? That's what's happening? So they ran and brought him from there, and he said, what are you doing in there, dude? You're supposed to be out of here. You're smoking the devil's lettuce. And Samuel said to the people, So they ran and brought him from there, and when he stood among the people, he was taller than any of the people from his shoulders upward. So he would have stood out, literally. And Samuel said to all the people, do you see him? Look at this man. Look at him. Whom the Lord has chosen, that there is no one like him among all the people. So all the people shouted and said, long live the king! Which is crazy, because that's like in every single British movie I've ever seen. Right? That's what they be saying in the British Empire. Long live the king. And look where that got him. Look where that got the world, you know? Think about how much territory the British Empire actually controlled, dude. Everywhere. Think about where we got it from. Britain is like our parents. Understand that. And then France is maybe like an aunt. Italy, uncle. Germany, definitely uncle. Russia, maybe aunt. The Prussians, no, that's Turkey. And it's late enough in the episode to say, Andre, I do know what that symbol is. It's the symbol for the Byzantine Empire. Which definitely didn't help anything either. Yeah, I don't know. That's another problematic statement, you know? Long live the king. But maybe when you hear that, just know that, like, it's not a good thing. Because I don't think things go very well. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm reading ahead, sorry. Then Samuel explained to the people the behavior of royalty and wrote it down in a book and laid it up before the Lord. And Samuel sent all the people away, every man to his house. He said, let me be alone. And Saul also went home to Gibeah. A valiant man went with him whose hearts... And valiant men went with him whose hearts God had touched for protection. But some rebels said, how can this man save us? And imagine if that thing didn't happen yesterday. Right? Because people are already questioning him. So they despised him and brought him no presents, but he held his peace. He said, respectfully, brother, nothing. I got nothing to say to you. But he didn't even need to say that, right? Because he's king. You gotta say nothing. I'm a good man for the hypothesi, you know? Just history is weird. Geography is weird. Life is weird. But it's all there for a reason. God put it there. God put you there. God helps you from your own ignorance. Right. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and give his countenance to you. Give you peace. I'm gonna read it. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. I had bits and pieces. We'll get there. Alright. Enjoy your day. Thank God for today and tomorrow. And for giving us the opportunity today to learn and grow as human beings in our striving through life. God bless.